What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, guys. We have a 2015 Austin Dillon American Ethanol Chevrolet from the NASCAR Cup Series here in the studio. This was Austin Dillon's second full-time season in the Cup Series. Let's go ahead and check out this alternate paint scheme. And here we go, folks, with today's Diecast review. The American Ethanol Austin Dillon Diecast. And he's been around this sponsor for so long, man. I mean, literally, even his the truck days, he was sponsored with them. But what's interesting is that he hasn't really gotten a lot of American Ethanol diecasts produced. It's kind of interesting. So this one was more of a rarity, in all honesty. So it's a green and black paint scheme. Little bit of Kyle Busch, Interstate Batteries vibes, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. You know, they don't make a lot of green race cars, so I kind of like the green race cars. Here's the name for it: 2015 American Ethanol Chevrolet. Nice box design. I like how they have the little Austin Dillon, driver signature style font. But then you have like this generic motorsports font in the background, and it's kind of stacked, a little bit transparent. Then you have like this smoky background to it. Really good box design. The 124s are even better. Like the box design for it, really like that artwork. And then go to the back panel of it. So yeah, very, very nice. And here is the bottom of the diecast. We're going to go ahead and get it open. I'll be right back. And here we go, folks, with today's Diecast review. And what a interesting paint scheme we have here in the studio. It's crazy. This car was produced 10 years ago. That's like being in 2015 and looking at a 2005 diecast. It's just like, what? Where does the time go? I have yet to find it. So I go to the front of the diecast here. Now, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I've noticed in the mid-2010s they had two different main fonts they would do for their front window prints. This one, which is a little bit more of a bolder font, this font right here, notice on the rear window of this Bubba Wallace 2018 Farmer John diecast, but you can see the two very different fonts. It's pretty clear. I prefer the one on the right a little bit more. I feel like the font looks a little bit more motorsports than the bold font. I don't know if that's accurate to the real race car. I have no idea the backstory to it, but some of them got produced with it, some of them didn't. I have no earthly idea, because this is an EL mold diecast. This is back when they used to have the WLS mold, the PTC mold. They even had the Spin Master NASCAR Authentics line. So technically, they had 4 different diecast molds they were cooking with the mid to late 2010s. So you got E15, 15% ethanol right there. Got Dillon. I love the green on the diecast, man. We rarely get green race cars much anymore, especially since, M&M's kind of, well, let's just say they left the sport, unfortunately. Hopefully they come back someday. And there's not a lot of serial, sponsored paint schemes as well. So there's really limited green race cars. And every time we get one, it's just really cool. It's got RCR right there. I like the design choice of choosing the red RCR logo. That looks good. You got Chevrolet SS. The front of the diecast does look a little bit gimpy. So that's unfortunate. Got the number 3. Got Moog, Mel, Comp, Ederbrock, and Sunoco. Let's go to the left side of the diecast. And the overall livery of the paint scheme is pretty simple. At the time in 2015, this was a pretty modern paint scheme. Looking back now, in the days of, now we have, the Trackhouse racings, the 2311s with all these crazy, beautiful paint schemes, like the Jordan cars and stuff. It makes paint schemes like this seem a little bit more simplistic, but at the time, this was, industry standard. I got American Ethanol right there. Notice a little gradient on the background of the logo. That is pretty cool. Cheerios, that's another sponsor I miss weekly. They still, somewhat are in the sport with Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but man, I miss the Cheerios cars. Got Bass Pro Shops, Dow Chemical, Ream, got American Ethanol right there, and Safety Clean. You got your B Post decal, which has, I think, Freightliner, Lucas Oil, Bosch, Sherwin-Williams, and Coca-Cola. Got Realtree, UNOH, Austin Dillon, number 3. Got Duralast brakes right there. Flowmaster, Sherwin-Williams, IR, Sprint Cup Series, which that's a throwback. Not really sure what's going on with the NASCAR race car decal there. Got Mechanics Wear Freescale, Holly E-Fly 3M, and Goodyear. You know, it's interesting. You know, the older the diecast, the longer it takes to get through the contingency panels. I've noticed that. You know, and some of them like Gen 4 Winston Cup cars, I'll be there for a minute, you know, trying to name all the sponsors, man. Go to the back panel of the diecast here. Got that. I mean, the back bumpers on these Chevrolets from the Gen 6 early era, man. You know, as the years have gone by, it really reminds me of the early 2000s Gen 4s. Like the Monte Carlo, how it has this giant kick out on the back bumper, or even the Pontiacs as well. Like at the time, it just seemed very normal and like, you know, sleek and modern. And then you just look how, like, I wouldn't say aggressive, but how pronounced the body lines of the car. You look at the Gen 7 cars, and it's just pretty much smooth because it's more, that's how, you know, production cars are. They're a little bit more streamlined. So that's interesting there. Got American Ethanol, got a Kuma, and number 3. Go to the right side of the diecast. Of course, pick this one up for our good friends at Circle B Diecast. I think the price for it was like $5. I mean, just super low, dirt cheap. They got a ton of Austin Dillon diecasts over there. This was his second year in the NASCAR Cup Series, so he was very, very popular. You know how it is. Anytime there's a new driver, people get excited. They want the pre-orders. You got a lot of new sponsors. They want to get diecasts made. So a lot of Austin Dillon merch got made. And fortunately, it's overproduced. So here in the 2020s, you can go back and enjoy it on the low. Notice the NASCAR race car decal there does have a Grove Street bullet hole through it, unfortunately. It is a green car, so if you play GTA San Andreas, you know. Go to the top of the diecast. You have the number 3 once again. Got American Ethanol and American Ethanol once again on the deck lid. So fortunately, this diecast was produced, as mentioned, on the EL mold because a lot of paint schemes in 2015, 2014, what's crazy is they were made on the WLS mold. And you would think, okay, maybe they only made like the back marker cars or more maybe the promos or just more random obscure drivers. Almost like all the Jimmy Johnson and Denny Hamlin cars, even some of the Kyle Busch ones got made, which is crazy because at the time in the sport, that was like the elite of the elite drivers, you know, all in their prime. I mean, you know, Hamlin, he's still winning races and stuff, but you get what I'm trying to say. And Kyle Busch, you know, I don't know where he's at the time of this video, but hopefully he gets back to his winning ways. But yeah, it's just interesting how they would. I mean, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Daytona 500 race to win car, right? From 2014, as popular as that win was, they made the 164 scale on, I think it was the WLS mold. It's just bananas to me. But yeah, fantastic looking diecast here, guys. Highly recommend it. You don't get a lot of green cars much anymore. There's kind of a, some people say like green, like, you know, weird things happen to the car during the events. It doesn't run as good. I kind of feel like that's not true because, I mean, Bobby Labonte, Kyle Busch, they've won a whole bunch of races in green cars. They've won, you know, championships. Just, you know, a lot of different things like that. It's kind of interesting to look into. But yeah, that's all for today's diecast review. They got a ton of these early 2010s diecasts over there, a whole boatload of them, man. Tap in. You'll never know what you'll find over there, man. I mean, some of these cars are they're just so random but so cool. Jimmy McMurray 2015 Sherwin-Williams car. I did a diecast review on that. I'm shocked. This one got more views than some of the newest stuff here in 2025. I'm not even joking. Like, y'all seem to love that diecast, so that's pretty cool. Tap in, go get you one over there at Circle B. How about this? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. With one of the best Darlington throwbacks I have ever seen. Metallic roof, metallic paint, the wheels. I mean, just everything about this diecast is fantastic. And I'll show one more from the mid to early 2010s. This is a 2014 Tony Stewart. Yes, that is true day glow paint. Fantastic stuff. I think it was like $5 all these cars each. I mean, just super awesome deals, man. Tap in. You'll be shocked at what diecast are still brand new in stock all these years later. So that's one of the blessings about when diecasts are overproduced, is that, hey, they might be sticking around when they're brand new for a couple of years, but a decade later you're like, wow, I'm glad this car didn't sell out, because you can go back and you can pick up the cars you missed and they're on the low. So it's, it's a blessing in that regard. That's all for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Diecast Buffet. Have a great one. Signing off.